it's kind of cold. It is a bit of a miserable winter day, but look where I am. Back in the forest, ready to keep going on this trail. I'm really stoked about the response from the first video. It's really cool to see you guys are into this sort of content because it's something I can actually do at the moment. Full steam ahead for episodes to come. I've kind of bought myself 2 weeks to get this video done because we've got so much content coming from both me and James. So that's good because I want to get quite a bit done. And we've already started a little bit. Got all the way over here and realized the camera was dead, so I couldn't time lapse it. But I'm going to run you through what we've achieved so far. I am at the step down that I built at the end of the last episode, the one that I retained with logs. I still haven't cut the posts down because I need to go buy a saw today, which I'm going to do later on. And then we just started working on the compression, like kind of jump valley thing that you land in. So we're widening it, cutting the bank back nice and flush. Before it was quite tight, it didn't look that great, and I was too scared to cut the stump out on the side because I'm absolutely petrified of spiders. So Lee gave me a hand with that and hacked away at the stump, and now it's way wider, which is awesome. I'll show you like a before and after from last week to this week. We'll try to get this whole top flow section done in this video, and then on the weekend I'm going to test it. I'm going to get the bike in here, have a couple laps, try hit this feature, see how we go. Okay, going to do a little rundown what I've built so far. It's the first time using the chest mount, so I'm not sure if the angle will be 100%, but I'm going to do a couple laps anyway, so I'll figure it out. Oh, that feels good. Oh, rough on the ankles. Oh, she's running good. I didn't really mean to go the whole way. Hell yeah. Oh, sticks everywhere. So somehow that angle is actually pretty good, which is cool, because it's just as far as the GoPro can be pushed on the chesty, so that's easy to remember. Gonna try another lap of the top section, just get a little bit more aggressive with it. I'm just kind of protecting my ankles from too many harsh impacts, but I reckon that step down step up section is actually all good, so gonna try send it a little bit harder. I've done like 10 laps this top section now. It's feeling really good, man. I'm so stoked. Oh, hard to stop. Lee's doing some sawing for me. Bit of trail work while I take a little break. Trail's running mint. Super stoked. This berm that I'm sitting in is actually so sick. I'm really stoked on it. My riding looks super stiff, but you know, just getting back into it. It's been a while. Gonna do a couple more laps, get the GoPro out again. The Loamy Straight after this kicker is actually pretty gnarly. I just lost the front wheel going through it on that lap and only just stayed on the bike, so I reckon that's gonna be real cool once it ruts in. So we probably won't be able to jump in there. We'll just keep it flowy and loose. There's quite a bit to keep doing. Forgot what I was saying. Alright, more riding. Oh my god. Dude, that is terrifying. Woo! And then into the step down. Nice. The steep part that we just got a couple clips on probably isn't going to change a whole lot. We're just going to let it rut in and get gnarlier. We might just adjust a few of the lines to make them flow a little bit better. But you come down there and there's the switchback behind me, which will build up a bit taller so that you can really rail it. And then this bit here is pretty flat. Like in my head it was more uphill than this, but even without it being benched I could still roll across it pretty quick. So I think the plan will be to cut in and bench this all pretty smooth, although I'm thinking we might have like a lower berm and then a higher berm leading into the step down. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a chill spot where you can get a few pedals in before it gets to the last sort of intense bit. But that means we're getting pretty close to the bottom of this trail in terms of, you know, getting it up to speed. Obviously the big jumps at the bottom aren't finished. We have to crack on with them soon. Hiding in the trees.
Can you see them?
No, not yet. You will when they're finished. See them from space. No. Anyway, yeah, so haven't decided whether or not this will be the end of the video or if I'll be too addicted to digging and keep going next week. Yeah, so I'm pretty addicted to digging. I've come out here in the last few days without the camera and just worked away at a few little sections. The root section is now a bit more step-like and it's got a much bigger catch to send you down that way. You can kind of see it better from this side. Land on that platform, drop into the off-camber here, and then you head down the chute. I'm sure there's a few of you questioning my decision in terms of drainage with this berm, but this forest is so thirsty, for lack of a better term. It literally soaks up everything. It's been a heavy rain warning for the last few days. And like, look, this berm is, I mean, it's wet, but there's no puddle. The trees just soak it up. I'm really actually looking forward to riding this when it's a little bit wet like this, because it will really bed in some of the lines, especially on this straight here. Drainage, not really an issue. Okay, once again on the wrong lens for vlogging. It's an awkward angle. I'm going to spend a couple hours this afternoon just clearing off one of the old trails. I can't remember what this one's called, but it's part of the original lockdown trail, and this is another one that me and Mason filmed on. I'll insert the clip here because it's a pretty sick little bit of trail, and I got one of my favourite shots ever, which is this one here. So yeah, I'm just going to clean it off with the rake. Use the metal rake and the leaf rake just to tidy it up. This tree is straight up killing the vibe. It's huge. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of it. This is looking really good. Pine needles have protected it well. This drop is actually kind of gnarly. It definitely doesn't look it on camera, but I don't know. It's pretty short. It's probably, I don't know, 1.5 meters to the top of the landing, but the landing's super steep, and you just come straight into this berm, which is pretty cool, but it is gnarly. We are going to use this part of the trail on the third one that we're going to build for the enduro race. I think I showed everyone on Instagram. That's a shameless plug if you don't follow us. Go give us a follow if you want to see behind the scenes stuff. But this is a roll. It's massive. I can't really do it justice with the camera. Like, it's probably 12 foot. And it's a mossy log that you have to drop off. We haven't ridden it yet. I was going to, and then, you know, life got in the way. But then it's going to head down this super steep bit, and that will be one of the downhill tracks later on. This berm is straight up hectic. It's got a lot of attitude. I built it for the Into It video, and the day before shooting I was like, yeah, there's no way this is working. It's way too steep, it's way too awkward. And then this happened. So yeah, goes to show I still have absolutely no idea what's going to work or not. But yeah, I'm keen to get this running again and get this trail back to its former glory. It's a good one for getting back down to the fence to go home. Yeah, so I'm back home editing. I made a joke last week about making a Spotify playlist that pairs well with shovel-based exercise, which I still think is actually a really good idea, and I probably will do that, but I haven't yet. But I did want to shout out one of our friends, Ayla Wesley, who's just released a new song, and I directed the music video. The link will be at the top of the description. It's called Say To Me. It's a really cool song. It's so cool. So yeah, check it out. Show New Zealand artists some love. She's a fellow mountain biker like us, and I'm sure she'll probably end up in a video at some point. So yeah, check it out. I'm done for this week. I need to cut this video so I can get moving on episode 3. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you next week. See ya.